Have you ever wondered how a whole community can stare down droughts, epidemics, and crop failures without lifting a single spear? In one quiet Andean valley, they tried. Their secret weapons weren't walls or warriors, they were marriages, shared meals, and a knack for reading the land. And thanks to ancient DNA from just 33 skeletons, we can watch their gamble play out in slow motion. Here's the thing. This isn't a story of kings, battles, or buried treasure. It's a story of dinner, of kids running between cooking fires, of long walks across a high desert valley to visit cousins. Each skeleton buried in the Uspallata sands is basically a stamped postcard. The bones tell us who their relatives were, the teeth remember what they ate as children, even the tartar on their molars traps fragments of the germs that prowled their mouths. When researchers opened that mailbox, they found more than family trees. They uncovered a community rolling the dice on a brand new farming strategy. Picture a group that slowly swaps its pocket knife collection, all those little blades and files, for one shiny multi-tool. It feels powerful, efficient, until the day it snaps. First, let's talk clues. 1. Teeth. Because enamel locks in during childhood, it freezes the menu from your first breakfasts. 2. Bones. They renew, so they carry a blurrier snapshot of adult life. 3. Genomes. By comparing whole segments of DNA, scientists can say not just, these two people are cousins, but these cousins grew up on opposite sides of the valley. Layer those clues on top of climate records, pollen, lake mud, ancient plant remains, and the picture sharpens. Over several centuries, rainfall shrank, rivers wandered, and growing seasons shortened. At exactly the same time, the isotopes in those bones scream one word: maize. People pivoted hard toward corn. Now, did invaders force that change? The genomes say no. There's no sudden wipeout of local lineages, no genetic fingerprint of conquest. Instead, the shift looks like neighbors copying a few early adopters. Small maize plots, new irrigation ditches, bigger storage pits, tweaks that felt smart when the first dry years hit. For a while, it worked. Like living on instant noodles, the calories were quick and dependable. But maize is picky about water. As drought tightened its grip, the very crop that once cushioned bad seasons turned into a liability. Kids' skeletons show growth stunts. Healed lesions hint at bodies fighting chronic stress. Even DNA from dental plaque catches pathogens taking advantage of weakened immune systems. Think of the valley budget. Early on, households had many small income streams: wild plants, hunting, mixed gardens. Lose one, you tighten your belt but keep going. Later, most of the paycheck came from a single employer: irrigated maize. Great during a boom, brutal during layoffs. Even the cemeteries read like accounting books. Separate graveyards share the same family DNA, almost like branch offices spreading risk. Grave goods mix local gourds with exotic shells, proof that people were investing in long-distance friendships, another safety net when fields failed. Let that sink in for a second. So what does an Andean valley 1,000 years ago have to do with your grocery list today? Plenty. Modern agriculture leans on just a few superstar grains: wheat, corn, rice, shipped across oceans like a just-in-time delivery service. That's efficient, sure. It's also fragile, like a power grid with no backup generator. The Uspallata story says, diversify or risk a cascade of failures. All right, before we wrap, I've got 3 quick reflection prompts. Grab them if you like homework. 1. If your local staple vanished tomorrow, what resource or skill would you lean on, and how could you start strengthening it today? 2. Where in your own diet are you choosing convenience over diversity? And what's one swap this week that adds resilience to your plate? 3. Finally, what early warning signal, in your body, your calendar, your relationships, are you ignoring right now? Pick one sign you'll watch for and actually act on in the next 7 days. Okay, time for a recap. So here's what we covered today. First, ancient DNA from 33 valley dwellers turned their bones, teeth, and even dental plaque into a 3-layer time capsule. Second, climate data showed a long, slow drought. In response, the community bet big on maize, no outside conquerors required. Third, that bet worked, until it didn't. Reliance on a single crop left everyone exposed when conditions worsened. Fourth, cemeteries and trade goods reveal social networks acting like emergency lines of credit, spreading risk across space and kin. And finally, their cautionary tale mirrors our own food system, highly efficient, deeply vulnerable, and absolutely in need of diversity. The takeaway? Resilience loves options. Whether you're planting fields or planning dinner, nurture your networks and treat every new idea as another spare key for a future you can't yet predict. Thanks for listening. Stay curious, stay diversified, and I'll see you next time.